fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Wednesday, August the 19th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Back in the saddle. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while trading. Yes, I know I've been gone. Missing in action for a couple of weeks. Well, what happened was a friend of mine was going to Nicaragua, and long story short, the person that was going with him bailed out, so I took their place. So I've been out of the country for a while, and then also just some things between doing my work, doing home care, um, doing the union meetings. It's just been one crazy month, and it's going to be crazy for the rest of the month. But I've been back in country for a couple of days now, and so I'm back in the saddle as far as trading goes. And wow, what a crazy day today has been so far. Let's just take a gander at the monthly chart. As you can see, we broke out of the previous month's high. And let's see, month from 3 months ago, we're in that wick zone right now, heading towards the 3625 psychological level. For the week, we broke above the previous week's high. All the gaps have filled across the pairs, the weekly open gaps that is. And as you can see, we're in the wick zone here from, what week was that? Back May the 10th. Wow. On the daily, we broke broke out of the weekly opening range here, and we go to that 25. Get ready to get your shorts on, I think. And as you can see, we started below the opening range for the day. So got over 100 pips of range. That hasn't happened in a while. For the year, we are 166 pips above the yearly open now, 136 above the monthly open. We're 246 off the yearly high, 483 off the yearly low. Inside bar, we are inside the monthly inside bar from 6 months ago, the weekly inside bar from 15 weeks ago. We are above the daily inside bar from 6 days ago. But plenty of inside bar action happening. Let's see, looks like the Swiss yen is the leading in range today. 179 pips. Okay, we are definitely in the upper rat zone, so red rats, get ready to feast, but be careful. We have FOMC later today in about 3 hours, so maybe, just maybe, all this will come back down to right here. That's right here on the M15. That's a return bar. So don't be surprised if it happens. Looking here at the buy zone, you can see we just shot above that open. Price is still trying to get to that 25. Noticed here we came across the 40, opened below the 40, came above it. Hey, looks like we just hit 25. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's all we can do as traders. Bambino Flex said to look for shorts. Price near the pivot, they said to look for shorts. Maybe the first time it worked, but that was it. And we are actually past R4. We might be somewhere around R5. That is crazy. Okay, there we go. 36.28. I just saw a flash. We're past the weekly R2. We're past the monthly R1. What is going on? Pivots. Let's see. We have one missed pivot this year now, back in July the 2nd, way down at 32,661. That's the only missed pivot this year. I don't think we have any missed pivots above. All the missed pivots are below. For the week, we've got a couple of missed pivots past 2 weeks for this year. And for the month, no missed monthly pivots for 2026. In and out of the wick zone, that's huge. Notice though, we have dropped to the 66. So that's 2 out of 3. Remember, we were floating around 80 for a while. Still great odds. Where, oh, where does this, excuse me, want to go? We are at R6 on the pivots. That's how far we have gone in the simple price action chart. Some nice M30 ranges, all tradable past what, 5, 6 M30s. If we come all the way back down to the 1 minute, I wonder, put in just a simple sweet spot gold indicator. We got a flip-flop box happening here. Nothing but green. See, looking here at one of the new indicators I've been working with, the Garch. You can see we've got expansion happening, even though we're looking at H4 right now. Another daily bias. It was been bullish all week. As you can see here, it's popped across this high, across this high, across this high, across this high. And the news template, which I need to update. I don't know why I never remember to do that before I run this morning routine and news levels. Let's reset, get today's action. It's one thing I've learned kind of you remember the Einstein line, when I started trading, um, that's when it says spot reference. That's when I actually run it. So you can see the time of day I ran it. And so I've learned just to do my best to trade away from the line and look for it to hit the next line and then see what happens. But trading away from wherever you start, wherever price is when you start, seems to work well. It's so simple in theory, but as humans, we like to complicate things, and that's what happens a lot of times. We make it complicated. Well, you can see we've actually hit the dovish institutional target today. And that's before the FOMC announcement. So, based on the action so far, I'm going to probably have to rerun the roadmap here and see if it changes. So, in case you're wondering, yeah, Nicaragua. I tell everybody it's like Mexico on steroids because I kept having to remind myself that I wasn't in Mexico because I speak Spanish. It's a third world country. I mean, there's people living in tin shacks, um, literally. And but what's interesting is that there's very few homeless people because almost everybody has a tin shack. Um, and I found out that people kind of just squat on the land, and after so many years, it just becomes theirs. And I said, well, what about land disputes? And I guess, people just let each other be. It was kind of interesting. People ask about the food. The street food was pretty good. The vendors with their grills and oh, the smells. Once again, I remember I wasn't in Mexico because it just smelled so good and just spikes my appetite. But in the restaurants, they don't even put pepper on the table. The food is actually not very spicy. It's almost bland. And but they do love chicken there. In fact, they love chicken so much they have KFC, and then they've got their own different franchises. And and there's this one place there was like Big Chicken was next to El Pollo. I mean, literally two chicken places next door to each other. It was just crazy. It's kind of like here near where I live up in Coos Bay. Um, when I came back from being away from a while, they literally had two Mexican restaurants next door to each other. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? The other thing about the roads, they're mostly two-lane highways, one lane each direction, and they have a yellow line, and they don't have passing lanes. So that yellow line is just stay over there unless you want to pass. And the other thing on the highway, don't be surprised if somebody is driving cattle. It's really funny. And one other thing you might want to know about it, some of those roads when you Google Map, they're not necessarily paved. There's some rocky road there. And the one last thing I want to let you know, whenever you travel to a foreign country and you want to come back, it would behoove you to check and see if there's any restrictions on the amount of something you can bring back. Because I had bought some coffee and they confiscated it because it was about 40 grams or 80 grams too much in the. So I had to buy coffee at the duty free on the other side of the checkpoint. So, anyway, fellow traders, I'm back. And I want you to always remember and never forget it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.